Stop the car.
You can't stop now.
Stop the car. That was amazing.
Yeah, well, I suppose now they can add a second count of jailbreak to our list of offences, huh?
You know, you are really starting to get the hang of this outlaw stuff.
I couldn't very well leave the father of my child locked in a prison, could I?
What a woman. What a mother. Guess we should find somewhere to hole up, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, run that past me again. No, slowly this time. I don't believe you. Yeah, thanks.
Everything all right, Sarge?
Sheridan busted Wheels out of the lockup at Gardner Vale.
She did?
She pulled the whole thing over with a car and took off into the night with Wheels and a three-legged dog. Right under the nose of Ed Farron and his redneck posse.
What's so funny, George?
Not a thing, Ed.
Well, I suppose you've heard.
Heard what, Ed?
Sturgis and Kovac are on the loose again.
No.
One of the cleverest breaks I've ever seen.
They took us by surprise.
Oh. They had a lot of luck.
You mean they got away without a single shot being fired?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Ed. Max and I, we've got some unfinished business out back. Max?
So, can't believe you got the loan.
Piece of cake.
Maybe I should give it a try. Do with a few thousand.
You'll need a husband, CJ.
Second thoughts?
Oh, don't knock it. It was only temporary.
Even so.
And it means that babies with attitude can have its big chance.
How could a bank manager believe Jamie was for real?
Oh, he didn't. He thought we deserved a reward for our ingenuity.
These boots weren't made for dancing, Jojo.
Yeah, neither were you, partner. Just take 5, mate. It's good.
Guys, we've got some news. Sheridan busted Wheels out of the lockup.
Oh, yes! All right. Huh? Come on, Max, let's party.
Hey?
Oh.
Here's Sheridan and Wheels.
Sheridan and Wheels.
All right.
It's all clear.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Yeah, they'll never expect us to double back. The last place they look is the first place they looked. Believe me.
Sounds like you read that somewhere.
Yeah, I've been studying the Outlaw's Handbook. Chapter 3, I think.
You sure it wasn't the last chapter? Well, be it ever so humble. It's good to be home. You know, that was fun. Tearing around the countryside. Really gets your adrenaline pumped up. But I guess you, have to come down eventually, don't you? Wheels. What are we gonna do?
Remember the old days, George?
You mean the good old days, Ed?
If a kid stepped out of line then, you could tell him to straighten up and he would. He had a respect for the uniform. Cops had respect back then, you know. And what have we got now? Paperwork, lawyers, and civil liberties. Even killers have got their rights nowadays.
Easy to blow 'em away. Save a couple of trees worth of paperwork, eh?
Yeah, well, it makes them stop and think if they know they could be looking down the barrel of a .38.
Farrell's law.
It's a greater deterrent than a whole raft of Queen's Counsel, mate.
Yeah, the only trouble, Ed, is that the .38 doesn't know who's guilty or who's innocent.
Kill 'em all and let God sort 'em out, isn't that what they say? Look, we've got this couple rampaging and thumbing their nose at the law, and the witless mob out there think they're heroes. Now, what sort of screwed-up values are they? No wonder this country's going down the drain.
You want to restore the old values, eh, Ed?
Look, my boy was brought up to believe his old man was a legend. But he's never seen me work. All he's heard are the stories. Stories that have grown longer in the telling. And I just want to show him the legend is real. Before it's too late.
Ed, there's no doubt you were one of the best cops in the force. But it was 20 years ago. You can't do that stuff anymore.
Past it, you reckon, do you?
What's wrong with a quiet exit?
I'd rather go out with a bang, George. A double bang.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I can't do this with my next one. I can do it. It's easy.
I mean, right. No, left. I don't know.
Okay, let's try it again. I think we'll be really
You like
good.
her?
We can do it.
Sorry? Penny, you like her?
No. No time, Valentine.
Make time, or someone else will.
Excuse, guys. I think there's another guest.
Hello, Mr. Herring. How are you?
Mr. Brian. I knew it.
Knew what?
It was a dreadful mistake to rent this place to a single mother.
There's nothing wrong with being a single parent.
That child should have been in bed hours ago. God knows how she can sleep with all this racket going on.
Opposite.
Probably grew up to be tone deaf. Or stone deaf.
Yes, well,
There are other people in the world, you know. My wife and I, we rarely have the opportunity to get together. And when we do, we like it not to be drowned out by mindless cacophony.
Yes, well, I'm sorry.
On top of everything else, your rent is 2 weeks overdue.
Funny thing
Yeah,
about
well, enough is enough. I want you out in the morning.
Excuse me. What seems to be the problem?
Who's this?
This is,
Bronco Miles. I'm the little lady's husband. Just flown in from,
Kalgoorlie.
via Kalgoorlie. So, she ain't no single mum, you got me?
You mean,
Yeah, I'm the other little lady's daddy. So, don't give me any more loose lip about single mums, you got me?
yeah. But unfortunately for Mrs.
Miles?
By not paying her rent,
Yeah,
she's putting...
right. Well, here's your rent.
Ah, that puts a completely different complexion on things.
Make tracks, eh?
Just keep the music down to a respectable level, if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Bronco. All right, Bronco.
Thank you. Fancy that. Sit down. All right.
Okay, let's look at the options. Now, we could stay here.
Well, not for long. They'll find us eventually.
Right, we could get out of the state.
Make a run for it?
Against Ed Farrell. Not a good idea.
I don't think we have much choice.
No, hang on. What have they got against us? They've got attempted murder, jailbreak twice, and armed robbery. Doesn't look good.
No, hang on, no. Look, it wasn't really robbery because the bank teller gave us the money, right? And,
Okay.
and we can give most of that back anyway.
All right, so that leaves attempted murder and jailbreak.
We could plead false imprisonment because you didn't shoot anyone.
Yeah, but you just broke out one of the most dangerous criminals.
Who, you?
Some hope there too. All right, so that
believes attempted murder.
Oh, yes, and that's mine.
That's yours.
Oh, no. You know, I could find a really high-powered lawyer, and I could plead extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, you could. Good.
Wheels, we're going to have a baby. We can't keep living like this. I think we have a chance if we give ourselves up.
Not against Ed Farrell, we don't.
Yeah, but there are other cops in the world.
You sure you want to do this? I mean...
Well, I just want a shot at life.
Okay. Okay. I'll call George in the morning, tell him to come and pick us up. Yeah?
Yeah.
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 What time is it?
Late.
All right. Have you eaten?
No.
There's some very cold Chinese food over there.
Just lost my appetite. Sort of.
What about a very warm glass of wine?
No, thanks.
Well, it all looked appetizing 3 hours ago.
Still looks pretty good to me.
So where have you been?
Traipsing around the countryside with the old man. You know, I used to think the old man was great. Now I think he's crazy.
I can't believe you woke me just to tell me that.
I didn't.
So?
Well, what's a refined young lady like yourself doing sleeping in a policeman's bed?
I guess I fell for the uniform.
I guess I better leave it on then.
Good night, Jojo.
Thanks, baby.
Good night.
Bye, Penny.
Keep up the rock, Doc.
Well, guess I better make tracks as well, huh?
You were terrific today, Jamie. Thanks.
My pleasure.
And I'll pay back the rent money as soon as I get the money from the bank.
Whenever. There's no rush. Look, you might have a bit of a problem with the landlord if I don't show up on a regular basis.
You'll be around, now and again.
But I'm supposed to be your husband.
I'll worry about that when I have to. Night, Jamie.
Night.
Who is it?
It's me.
Did you forget something?
No, I just wanted to try something on you.
Jamie, it's a bit late.
You need a husband for your landlord, right? And I need a wife for my boss, right?
Yes.
Why don't we share the flat? I mean, it'd be a whole lot easier to fool people. And cheaper, too. We'd split the rent. And you'd have a built-in babysitter for when you wanted to go out in the town with the girls. And cook.
You can really cook?
Is the Pope an Italian?
He's not, actually.
I was just testing. No, look, I can cook a whole range of frozen foods. They don't call me the microwave kid for nothing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need a little bit of time to think about it, huh?
No.
No.
I'm sure there'd be worse people to share with.
Oh, sure. Tons.
As long as we don't go fooling ourselves.
Pardon?
That this is anything more than a pretend marriage.
Of course not. No funny business. Separate bedrooms, separate beds.
Makes sense. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, hang on.
Hello, I'm looking for Sam Farrell. I'm George Sullivan.
Oh, Sam's talked about you. Hi, I'm Amy Preston.
Oh, glad to meet you, Miss Preston.
Yeah. So how's Sam doing?
Fine.
He's got quite a bit to live up to, you know.
Yeah, I've known his father a long time.
Oh, are you, a friend of Ed's, then?
We trained together way back.
Then you know what Sam's up against.
Sarge.
Hi. We've introduced ourselves. I've got to go to work. Okay.
Bye.
Nice to meet you, Sergeant.
Likewise.
Is there a problem, Sarge?
Your father. This vendetta he's on is really just to impress you, you know that.
Well, there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid.
Wheels and Sheridan aren't hardened criminals. They never have been.
They broke the law. That's enough for Dad. My father's been operating the same way for the past 30 years. How do you plan on changing that?
I want you to talk to him. Tell him he's a hero to you, that he's got nothing left to prove. I mean, maybe then he'll ease up.
Never has before. He's not likely to now. Nothing I say is ever going to make any difference.
Look, Sam, he's out of control.
I know.
I'm not.
No, come on. Up against the wall, both of you. Now move it.
What about?
I said, put your hands on the wall. What's going on, Ed? We have reason to believe there are drugs concealed on the premises.
Oh, yeah? Hey, have you got a warrant for this?
We're dealing with deviants. Be thorough.
You got a warrant.
Shut up.
Do something. Hey, leave that stuff alone. You're wasting your time. We're clean.
Well, what have we got here?
Stop out. Away. Daryl, shush.
What do you got there?
I've got fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and fresh eggs.
Whoa.
Ah,
Where'd you get them?
I raided the farm next door.
You stole them.
Oh, we're outlaws, so it's okay, right?
Charge sheet's getting longer.
You know, all this stuff actually grows in the ground.
Really?
Shush! I always thought it came in the supermarket wrapped in polystyrene.
Bit of an education for you, huh?
You know, I almost stole a chicken, but I didn't have the heart. I did it all without my Amex.
Proud of you.
Oh, you know, I reckon we could live like this forever.
Live like this forever? I thought we decided we're going to give ourselves up. Going to call George this morning. No, you don't want it?
No, I mean...
Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes, no, yes.
No, yes.
No, yes.
Perfect sense.
Well, I think we should have brekkie first, huh?
The
Brekkie.
Last Supper.
Come on, Daryl. We'll get breakfast.
Hey,
What?
Catch.
Oh!
Why are you doing this?
For now, the two of them will be tired and hungry and sick of running. And they'll be ready to pack it in. So we could do a deal.
No way.
Oh, it's the genuine stuff, all right.
That's a plant. You're not going to get away with this.
I think we should talk, don't you?
It's your play.
Don't listen to him, Valentine. You can't trust him. Man, this whole thing stinks.
Get her out of here, will you?
Cut it out!
I want you to get on the radio and tell your friends to give themselves up.
Dream on.
How long have you been a drug here?
You'll have to prove that.
And who's the jury going to believe? Two uniformed cops or you?
I guess I'll have to take my chances.
Well, there's something else you ought to know, too. The reason they broke cover was to see a doctor. And guess who's going to be a mummy? So now there's 3 lives at risk, unless they get smart. How about it? Wouldn't you like to help your friends? You cooperate with me, or you'll serve more time than they will. What's it gonna be?
No, not there. Try the other wall. How's that? I'm not sure.
Who's Madam Butterfly anyway, guys?
A singing geisha girl. She committed harikiri.
Were the reviews that bad?
CJ, it happens to be one of the most romantic of the modern operas.
Sounds a bit off to me.
Well, sounds like something the landlord would love. Why don't you invite him up here to listen to your opera collection?
I doubt whether Bronco would be into opera. More like a Kevin Wilson or Slim Dusty fan, I'd say.
I love the hat.
It's to foil the magpies. I'm thinking of marketing them as an offshoot of BWA.
Ideal for the fashion-conscious magpie victim, huh?
What's going on?
Helping Jamie move in.
Won't it all fit in the bedroom?
But you expect me to live in one room?
Well, yes.
Will I be allowed out for meals?
You'll need some space in the living area.
Yeah, the way I figure, guys, is, you know, if he pays half the rent, he's entitled to half the space, eh?
I suppose so.
So where does Madam Butterfly go?
Penny? Where do you think I should put it?
They're not going to get away with this. I won't let them.
So what are you planning on doing about it?
Complain.
Who to? The cops?
They're playing us for suckers. We're being set up.
Well, it's not the first time and it won't be the last.
So what are you going to do?
I'm thinking about it.
What, to get us off the hook? I'd rather rot in prison.
That's a possibility.
What's with you? You're giving in to him.
You got a better idea?
Only one. Just don't trust Jack Bootbarrel.
Sheridan's expecting. They can't keep on running. If she comes in, well, she'll get proper care.
Oh. What do you think? Think Farrell's just going to let them walk in just like that?
I don't know. He said he doesn't want to hurt them.
Do you believe that?
I haven't got much of a choice, Jojo.
Do me a favour. If you're going to say dumb things like that, just don't talk.
Good fresh country food, huh?
Yeah, well, it might be the last we'll be having for some time.
Guess I should make that call.
Why don't we wait an hour? I mean, you know, what's an hour?
I think we're going to make it. We should just do it.
Yeah.
Before I do, I think maybe we should be honest about this kid of ours. Yeah. I see him in a leather jacket and a safety pin through his ear.
Well, that's not the way I see it at all. I see something very soft and silky. Christian Dior, perhaps.
On a Harley Davidson, give me a break.
Okay, I'll compromise. How about a black T-shirt and a string of pearls?
I'll trade you the string of pearls for the safety pin in the ear. What about a name? You thought of a name?
I fancy Elizabeth.
He's going to get hell at school with a name like that.
Now, that is a relief.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, at least we both agree the child will be attending school.
You know, when I took off from Gardner Vale last night, they must have gone through one of these roadblocks.
The roadblocks weren't reinstated until after the break.
Well, how did it expect to get Sheridan?
Figured you'd throw in the towel without wheels.
He doesn't know Sheridan Sturgis.
Morning.
Morning.
I got a feeling everything's going to work out just fine today.
Well, do you know something I don't know, Ed?
Wasn't it always that way, George? That's why I made $1 million, and you're still stuck here. What's all this?
Just trying to figure out where they could have got to.
Yeah?
Could be anywhere by now.
You think the roadblocks have been removed prematurely, do you?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Well, don't worry about it. Wouldn't even give it a second thought. Give me a copy of that, son. The trick to all this is staying one jump ahead of the criminal mind. And speak of the devil, well,
Let's do it.
now that's what I like to see. Cooperation with the authorities. Mind if I take Sam along with me?
To what?
Thanks, George. I won't forget this. Let's go, Sam. You play straight with me, and I'll play straight with you. Got it?
Sure. Right between the eyes. Got a sec, dudes. It's Dr. Rock. Got a special update.
The
News is the cops lost their prisoner last night. Stanley Wills Kovac checked out. He declined any further hospitality from the authority.
Come on, you boys in blue. You gotta do something about the food. The cops also lost their lockup. Sheridan Sturgis dragged it away.
Wills, Sheridan, if you're listening, we're on your side. You've got a lot of friends out there. You guys are becoming role models. I bet you thought that would never happen
To you, Wills. There's a low-life guitar picker called Joey Valentine who wants to speak to you.
Double urgent. Wills, Sheridan, phone home.
You reckon?
You, a genuine 100% lowlife, Valentine. This better work.
If they got the message, they'll phone.
Yeah. But what sort of a coded message was that?
That's the problem with your job.
What?
Turns you paranoid. You worry too much. You worry about what they put in your cappuccino with? Dr. Rock. Wills, I've got someone here who wants to powwow with you. Be civil to him. He's a little bit sensitive. Catch you later.
This is Farrell, Kovac. You two sick and tired of running yet?
No, we're just getting to the hang of it, really.
Oh, yeah. The lady has to eat for two now. And she needs regular checkups. You wouldn't want to bring a kid into the world without proper loving care, now would you?
No, it'd be too hard to keep him out of the police force.
Oh, with a kid on the way, she'll get a lot of sympathy. I know you didn't rob that bank, so we can water down the charges. So do it my way, and I'll protect you.
And who protects us from you? Hmm?
Hey, I don't want your scalps hanging from a belt. You come in quietly, and I'll still look great. But the longer you drag this out, the riskier it gets. And sooner or later, someone is going to take a pot shot at you. And that way you lose everything, including the baby.
Okay, here's how we play it. We'll come in if George Sullivan's there to meet us. No George, no deal.
George will be there. You have my word.
All right. We'll be at the diner at Garden of Art too.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It's the only chance we got, really.
Are you having second thoughts? I don't know whether I can cope with opera blaring out of the stereo all day.
Oh, so why did you ask him to move in the first place?
We were so far into this husband and wife thing, it seemed easier.
Are you going to ask him to move out again?
I don't have the heart. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he is kind of cute, isn't he?
He's kind of daggy.
Oh, yes. Bye, mate. I'd love you to come, but we're going. They don't like dogs too much, so you're better off here.
Now, there's enough food there to last you a couple of days. Hey, don't eat it all at once.
Some chance of that.
Good job.
Sit. Sit down. Good dog. Come on.
Look.
Mate, you have no choice. If they don't come in, they're going to get killed.
Look, okay, you convinced me, you know.
Orange juice, thanks, sir.
How's your day?
Did you say George was picking up Wills and Sheridan?
What's up?
Sarge, where's Farrell?
Search me. Last I heard, he was with you.
Did he say anything about meeting Wills and Sheridan? No.
No, hey, Valentine.
I'd four of you. Right, now they'll be coming in that direction or down there. So what? You two stick with me over there. Let's take it straight up.
Ding 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 ding. So you walk our son Elizabeth, huh?
Well, at least he'll learn to take care of himself.
He's gonna have to.
Hi.
I need a favour. Yeah? Go. This is Dr. Rock. Hear this, guys. I made a stupid decision earlier on today. I presume someone in authority was being straight with me. You hear that, dudes? How stupid is Dr. Rock? You'd think he would have learnt by now. Wheels and Sheridan, if you're listening, don't make the same mistake. The deal's off. I repeat, the deal is off.
The time is... I might listen to the news.
You want to keep abreast of the situation, huh?
Oh, please.
Why don't you listen to a tape?
No, I want to listen to the news.
News is boring. Listen to a tape.
Fine. I'll listen to a tape.
Oh, no, now I feel guilty. Listen to the news.
No, I want to listen to a tape.
No, listen to the news.
I want to listen to a tape.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Oh, OK. Your choice.
Absolutely my choice.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, I knew you'd love it.
It's a bit fruity, isn't it? Bowl of mixed fruit.
Out there, they could be driving a red Jag. Flag them down, tell them to back off fast. They could be heading into a trap. Will Sheridan, if you're listening, I repeat, check in before you check right out.
Wheels?
Sheridan.
They send men and women to different prisons, don't they?
We're not going to prison.
Two-way.
Wheels?
Yeah?
Look, I think we should talk about this because... Well, I mean, having a baby in prison. What sort of life is that child going to have?
Well, at least it'll have a life. I mean, if we stay on the road, we're finished, sooner or later, the three of us. Aren't we?
First shot is mine.
I'd rather spend what time I have left with you.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not even going to give him a chance to surrender, are you?
Don't do it, Dad. Not a word.
Yeah, well, no news is good news, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, if it had been bad, we would have heard by now.
Hey!
You're dead.
I guess that means we didn't get them.
Oh. No, he throws a harder punch than you do. Oh.
Come on.
Wait.
Hey, hello.
Look at you. Oh, you're a good boy. Yes. Come here.
Maybe you could run us some Hessian curtains.
Who, me? No.
Saying I'm a poor provider.
I'm not saying that at all. I love this place. This is what I've always wanted, a mansion.
And a three-legged dog, I suppose.
And Elizabeth on the way.
You know what I think?
What?
You're very special.
You too.
You know what else?
What?
I love you.
Yeah?
Yep.
Really?
Really?
Well, that's good. Because I love you.
I understand you did a deal with Wheels Kovac. I should have been there when they surrendered.
That's right.
Why wasn't I informed?
Petty detail. I didn't want to worry you.
They didn't show up.
Not for long enough.
Oh, that's right, George. Crow. Everybody else is.
If I'd been there, maybe they would have given themselves up.
Oh, yeah, sure. Would have all turned out different. And you'd have got the credit. And you know how I would have hated that.
Lock up when you leave, will you?
You don't have to tell me the routine, old mate.
Ah, so it's old mates, is it?
You know me, George?
Yeah, that's the trouble, Ed.
What happened out there today?
What are you asking me for? You were there. You saw it.
Would you have pulled the trigger?
What do you think?
You weren't going to give him a chance to surrender, were you? What is it with you?
I'm the hero all cops look up to. Didn't you know that?
Not this one. You lost it for me out there today. We're gonna be okay. You, me, and Daryl.
And Elizabeth?
Yeah, and Elizabeth. We're gonna be fine.
Promise?
Promise.
Dr. Dr. Rock's got good news. Wills and Sheridan are safe and with any luck will never be heard from again. Go, guys, go. Now for the sad news. When somebody wins, there's always a loser. Too bad, Ed Farrell, but you're the pig in the barrel. Hey, Farrell, you got made a fool. Hang your ear on this.